Alright, how's it going, guys? Cranky Canadian here with another NU battle. And as you can probably tell by the title of this video, which I haven't put yet, this guy is the definition of douche. Uh, I really hate people who play like this. I prefer more of an offensive, or at least trying to do something style of play, rather than doing what he does, and I think it lasts for close to 20 turns. So let's just start it off real quick. Alright, I lead off with my Dedenne, and I figure, alright, maybe I can outspeed his Archeops, and Psyche he has Earthquake and Oko's me, so yeah, that sucked. Send out my Gourgeist here, and he goes for an Acrobatics, and I live with 1 HP. That is so much fun, I love that. Yeah, anyways. So I hit him with a Willow, just gonna get some residual, lower his attack, and then I bring out my Lantern, because I know I can take a hit, but I didn't. Yeah. So I go for a Toxic here on his Dragonair because I have a feeling he's going to be sort of stally and I just want to get some good damage off on it. Um, and as you can see, sort of setting up. And then I hit it with a Ice Beam, and that does not do a thing. It does less than a quarter. Um, so I decided to bring in my Executor here and see if I can go for some Leech Seed. A nice Leech Seed Toxic combo would be great, but I predict the attack and he goes for Rest instead. So he's able to get back to full HP, and he's at +3, or no, well, he's at, yeah, +3, +3 speed and attack. And it turns out he's a rest talk set, so he's just gonna keep trying to set up. I do get the leech seed off, which is helpful. But he wakes up from confusion after I hit him with a Psyshock and destroys me with an outrage. I set out my Meowstic male here, which has a prankster ability, so I'm able to just set up a quick reflect, which is going to cut the damage by half, and then I'm able to trick him so he gets rid of his Eviolite, and I give him Light Clay. So I think that's a pretty good turn overall. And then I just bring in my Pangoro here. He goes for another rest. Um, I'm going to be getting HP back from Leech Seed, so my Life Orb isn't really going to be doing anything. It's basically boosting my attack, and but I get that HP right back, so it's like a choice band almost, but I can use all my moves. I just go for a Circle Throw here, predicting he might switch out, but I doubt he would. And then he goes for an Acrobatics. It is Stab, super effective, but again, he's burned, and Archeops isn't the best Pokemon, so it's not doing that much. Hit him with a Storm Throw, always crit, knock him out. I still have the Reflect up, which is definitely helpful. That's why his Acrobatics didn't do very much. So he should have been doing roughly 60 damage, but instead he was only doing 30. He brings in his Electivire, hits me with an Earthquake, I hit him back, knock him out Oko. He brings out his Typhlosion, and I know he's going to outspeed, so I bring out my Lantern because it's my special defensive wall, and I know it can take a hit. He goes for 2 Eruptions, and then I hit him with a Scald, and his Eruptions aren't doing nearly as much, they're doing less than half of what they were originally doing. Then here it starts. He brings out his Ninjask, I'm like, alright, gonna get a couple Sword Stances up, a couple speed boosts because that's his ability. He's gonna sub protect, stall me out. Alright, that's cool. No problem. And I can't really commentate this because it is the same thing for like 20 fucking turns. And yeah, you can tell by my title, this guy is the definition of douche. He's just stalling out for so long, it pissed me off so much because like I'm trying to do something. He could have easily baton passed here. He may have died, but who knows. Even behind his sub, he could have just went for sub, or yeah, sub protect right off the bat. Gotten a sword stance up, hit me with a knockoff or something like that, do good damage. And then he'd be able to hit me again quickly, which would have been perfect. But instead, he has to be a big old dickhole and just sub. If you can see, I'm just gonna pause it here. If you look into the comments, I I don't think you missed any other ones, but this one. But this, I think this is my favorite one that I said. Oh my God! Stop! Just play. And then you're at max speed already. Blah blah blah. Like it didn't make any sense why this guy was stalling his game out. He could have easily won if he just went for a few attacks. He's at +2 attack, which is pretty good enough where he can hit me with 2 hits and knock me out. He would have been at full HP if he stopped being a douche and substituting because he does have leftovers, which didn't really make sense to me. But anyways, I guess it's just so when he's behind his sub, he can get some HP back. But I wasn't letting him set up. I was just gonna stick in here with my lantern and keep hitting him with super effective ice beams because there's no way he was gonna be able to, or his sub was gonna be able to survive an ice beam. Yeah, and Scalds as well. I wasn't trying to use up all my HP, but I know Scald would break the sub as well, so just mixing it up a little bit. Yeah, so I think the set I run on this lantern, if I remember correctly, is Scald, Ice Beam, Volt Switch, Toxic. Sounds right. So yeah. Alright, so we're on our 11th turn of him stalling here. It's like I go, just fuck off. Like, just this style of play is just really annoying. You're not doing anything. You're just making both of our lives, or waste time or whatever. Both of our lives worse is what I was gonna say, but realistically, it's not that bad. And he goes for one last sub, and then he just goes for another protect, gets a bit of HP back, and then he fails another protect. What the fuck was the point of that? You spent 30 or 16 turns setting up and just being a dick just to fuck yourself over and forfeit. Like, why do you have to be such a shithead? Could have brought in his Rampardos, gotten a EQ off, done decent damage to my Lantern because it is specially defensive, and then he maybe still could have won. But he wasted so much goddamn time just being a dickhead that he ended up losing. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I know it's not really a good video, it's more of just a Ninjask fail and me ranting about how I hate shithead players like this. Yeah, if you could give it a thumbs up. If you did like it, that'd be great. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment saying, don't make videos like this. These videos are shit. We don't want to hear you complain. uh, yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and have a good day.